Hey, what's up, Gamer fam? Welcome back to Post Trauma with Gamer Guy 9001. So, in that last video, I finally finished up the school. I don't even know where the hell I am now. What am I looking at here? That's my old train. Well, one like it. After meeting Jill, I guess I know why I'm here. Do you know why you're here? Because I have no fucking clue why you're here or why anything that is happening has been happening. Like absolutely nothing makes sense, and I don't understand. I'm just getting more and more confused. This carving looks important, but I can't decode ancient graffiti. So is this supposed to be some kind of map? Okay, because this was the room where I'm with the train, I guess, like right here. Yeah, I don't, bro. I have no idea what the hell is even going on in this game. I'm gonna try to finish it because I spent the money on it. I want to finish it. I want to at least have the experience and get whatever money's worth there is to get out of this. You know, when you spend money on a game, you want to get your money's worth. You expect the product to be worth the amount of money that you spent on it. I thought I left that ad behind. Guess not. Okay. Oh god, let me guess. This area is just a big maze, isn't it? But like, I don't know. So I mentioned before, I've never played this game. I have never heard of it before I started playing it. And I don't usually buy games that I've never heard of or know nothing about, and this is exactly why. Is because I hate buying a game that I know nothing about and then, getting burned by the fact that I spend money on a game that was actually turned out to be a piece of crap. I mean, I'm not saying this game is bad, but it could definitely be better. But I mean, again, that's kind of my own fault for like not really knowing what I was getting myself into, I suppose. All right, so I okay, what is this? Like what's going on here? Okay, I got a small circular piece. Okay, interesting. Whoa. What the hell? Was that there before? I don't. It might have been, and I just maybe didn't notice it. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, has anybody been playing Silent Hill F? If you have, let me know what your thoughts are on it. I'm definitely gonna buy it at some point because I mean, I've been excited for there to be a new Silent Hill game because we haven't gotten a new Silent Hill game in, geez, it's been a long time. What and I don't mean like when I say a new Silent Hill game, I mean a new original Silent Hill with a new story because we just got Silent Hill 2 remake not that long ago. Let me guess. I got to go find another circular piece. I got a small circular piece. Now I got to go find a big circular piece. Oh, hey, it's Freya. Okay,
Shit,
hi.
Freya. You're gonna give me a heart attack.
Language. And? Would it matter? Do we even have heart here?
I don't. I can feel it beating. it's a, it's really, really good to see you. Glad you're okay.
Fine. Same. Is there a way out of here? It's cold.
I have no idea. I don't know what I can trust. But I want to get out of here too.
Maybe we should stick together.
Yeah, we should.
Oh, is the girl like using like the text to speech feature on her phone? Is that how she's talking? Okay, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, like we got Silent Hill 2 remake, but of course that was obviously just a remake of Silent Hill 2. We already know the story. Okay, she just appeared out of freaking nowhere there all of a sudden. That kind of freaked me out for a second. Okay, so I got the big circular piece. So yeah, we've already know the story of Silent Hill 2. So now with Silent Hill F, it's a whole new story, whole new ball game, And the thing I find weirdest about Silent Hill F is that it doesn't even take place in Silent Hill. So I don't know. I haven't played the game yet. I've only watched a couple of trailers, the announcement trailers and the gameplay trailer. But I'm definitely excited to see, and I will eventually buy Silent Hill F. Just trying to be a responsible adult and spend money on things that are important, like bills and stuff like that. Trying not to go and spend money on frivolous purchases. It's funny. Borderlands 4 also just came out recently. Oh shit! Did I just get crushed? What the hell just happened? Borderlands 4 came out, just a couple of weeks ago, and then, like a week later, Silent Hill F also released. And I was, I was at work, and I saw them in the game case, and I was like, oh, damn it, I want them both so badly. But of course, they're both, now games these days are costing $70 a pop for brand new games. And so I was trying to be like, no, I don't need to buy them right off the bat. They just released.
Appreciate your
Although, the weird thing is that it seems like the prices of games don't depreciate in value anymore these days.
I didn't have to rescue any of you.
Like sometimes, like I go to GameStops, and I'm looking at the prices for used games, and there's still games that are like almost games that have been out for like 5-10+ years now that are still like almost full price, even if you buy them used. So it's like, bro, what the hell is up with that? Okay, there's a J on a screen. Okay, so I guess it's time for another puzzle. Let's see, J, P, D. Okay, there's just like a bunch of weird symbols on all the computer monitors, and I don't know what any of that means. But I mean, like, it just seems like it's not even worth buying used games anymore at GameStop. Because even if you buy a game that's been used and it's been in, it's a game that was released like 10+ years ago and you're still paying almost the full price for when that game originally released, and you're buying a used copy of it, and yet you're still paying almost full price. So it's like, dude, what the fuck is even the point anymore? I don't know. It just seems weird to me how like games just don't seem to go down in price like they used to. Like for the you buy a new game for like the first 6 months or whatever, okay, it's full price. Then after that, you figure once everybody's played the game and everybody's over it, nobody cares about it anymore, the price of a used game should go down. But it just seems like that's not how the market works anymore. I know I'm rambling, and I'm sure it probably doesn't make any fucking sense, but like, I don't know. It's not. It just seems like the used game market, the pre-owned game market, it's not worth it anymore. So like, I'm wondering how. I think that might be why GameStop switched to. They mostly seem to sell merchandise now. Like T-shirts and backpacks and mostly stupid crap like that. Because I walk into a GameStop nowadays, and most of their inventory is just merchandise more than there is actually games on the wall. Okay, what am I looking for? Because got some really great artist renditions here. All right, so anyway, what am I doing? I'm in Carlos again. Whoever the hell Carlos is. Super dark and I can barely see anything. What am I looking for? Oh boy. Alright. This is probably going to be another episode of me wandering around making random cuts until I figure out what the hell it is I'm supposed to be doing in here. Alright, well, yeah, I guess I'm gonna cut until I figure out what to do, so I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so see, there's a little door here, but I couldn't see it before because it was too damn dark. Okay, so I was supposed to go in here. There's supposed to be a key in the sink. Okay, I got a locker key. There we go. Yeah, whatever. Alright, so now let's head back. Yeah, so I had to turn up the brightness because I couldn't see shit in this place. Alright, so I got a locker key. There was a locker. There was a room with lockers around here somewhere. Where was it? Over here maybe? Yeah, in here. So, is this open one of these? If it's a locker key, it should open a locker, right? Key to open a locker. Info 1? Okay, is it like evidence locker key, maybe? Oh, maybe it's in here, in there somewhere? Okay. Dude, I can't see shit. Okay, after wandering around for, I swear to God, like 20 straight minutes, I finally figured out that I just had to turn on my fucking flashlight so that I could see that there was a staircase here. Okay. Anyway, moving right along. I need guns and bullets before visiting that scum. Yeah, that's nice. This game is really starting to get on my nerves because it just feels like the core part of this gameplay is just kind of wandering around from room to room solving puzzles. Okay, so walkthrough said something about having to memorize these symbols or whatever. So again, it seems like the core mechanic of this game is, again, just kind of solving puzzles. Now, in most survival horror games, that works to... Well, I mean, in most survival horror games, there's monsters to fight in between having to wander from room to room solving puzzles. Whereas it seems like in... Okay, that's probably what I need the code for. It seems like in this game, there's barely any monsters to fight. I mean, yes, there are some, but it seems like the majority of this game is just solving puzzles. Now, that works in games like Resident Evil and Silent Hill, because, again, there's plenty of monsters in between for you to have to fight, so it breaks up the monotony of just wandering around and solving puzzles. And, you know, in Resident Evil and Silent Hill, the puzzles are, like, evenly spaced apart. It's not just, oh, go from one room, solve a puzzle, go to another room, solve another puzzle, and then it just, you know, the cycle just keeps rinsing and repeating over and over again. Whereas that's what it feels like is happening in this game. And I noticed the same thing when I was playing Tormented Souls. Like, the game just relies okay, so this game, Post-Trauma, and Tormented Souls rely way too heavily on the puzzle-solving aspect in order to make the game fun. And, you know, and I say that with quotation marks, fun. Whereas the point of a survival game is supposed to, you know, again, just battle monsters and not die. And yes, you know, you can sprinkle some puzzles in too, but I feel like this game and Tormented Souls kind of overdid it with the puzzles. Now, because again, a survival horror game is not supposed to be explicitly about solving puzzles. Yes, it can have puzzles in it, that's fine, but that shouldn't be what the entire game revolves around. I mean, if the game is by the definition of its genre a puzzle-solving game, something like Portal or the Talos Principle, okay, that's fine because that's a game that the entire thing is supposed to be about solving puzzles. So, I guess the point I'm trying to make here is that this game has too many freaking puzzles to the point where it gets tedious and annoying. Where, like, every 30 seconds I have to solve a new puzzle, and it's very vague and ambiguous, and I have no idea, like, where I'm supposed to go or how I'm supposed to find the clues. Alright, so, hold on a second. Let me figure out what the code for this thing is. Alright, so it says here the code is supposed to be 57912. Okay, I got a medal. La-di-da. So, again, because this game, at least it seems to me, because the game is like 90% puzzle solving, I don't feel bad about using a walkthrough to finish it. Because, again, you know, I'm fine with survival horror games that have puzzles, but when the puzzles require you to wander around aimlessly for an hour just to figure out what to do, like Tormented Souls was a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Now, the part where you had to use the stethoscope on the statue to listen to its heartbeat in order to figure out how the correct timing to tap out the door knocker onto the library door. That was like, bro, what the fuck was that? That puzzle was so incredibly infuriating because it took me so long to figure out how to get the tempo of the tapping just right to the point where you could finally open the stupid door. And so, how were you even supposed to know that you were supposed to use the stethoscope on the statue? And then when you listen to its heartbeat, how were you then supposed to figure out that you then use that to open the library door once you found the door knocker? If you've played Tormented Souls, you know what I'm talking about, or if you watched my Tormented Souls playthrough, you know what I'm talking about. If you've never played Tormented Souls, you have no clue what I'm talking about. And if that sounds complicated, it's because it is complicated. And that's the whole point I'm trying to make here, is if you're going to have a game that relies on puzzles, at least make it so that the puzzles flow smoothly in a way that it's like, okay, this I should use this item on this thing, and you know, it should make some kind of logical sense. I don't know. I know I'm just probably sounds like I'm just bitching and moaning, and you know, I guess to an extent, yes, I am. I don't know, and whatever. I digress. I'm just gonna stop there. All right, okay, okay. So just quick side note on that again. What am I supposed to do with this medal? So okay, so I have to find. I just have to find 3 medals. I guess I'm just gonna pause until I find them because I don't know. I'm getting a little frustrated with this game. All right, so I got the medal in the cell block, and now there's one here in the reception area. All right, so now what? Okay, so again, I am going to apologize if this video is just me just randomly cutting a lot of things out. It's just because I don't know what to do. Oh, and let me just go on record and say that this is not a walkthrough. I am not doing a walkthrough video here. This is a Let's Play. So that excuses the fact that I don't know what to do, because I'm not making this video to show other people playing the game how to step by step finish the game. I do not know how to finish the game step by step, so it would be kind of stupid for me to be trying to teach other people how to finish the game step by step when I myself do not know how to complete the game step by step. So before somebody goes off in the comments saying, like, oh, this is the worst walkthrough ever, it's not a walkthrough, so fuck you. Anyway, with that being said, I need to figure out what I'm supposed to do with these metals. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I don't really do walkthroughs, to be honest. I mean, if I played a game I've played like a million times and I know how to play it all through step by step, maybe I would, but I don't know. I just do Let's Play videos, mainly. You know, like, I'm just, here's me playing a game, you know, hate it or love it. I don't really care one way or the other, to be honest. You know, watch it or don't. Either watch the video or click away and go find a different video to watch. Alright, so what, yeah, okay, so I have the medals. What do I do? Okay, so go to the chief's office. Alright, so let's do that then. So where the chief's office is back here, right? I think it's like this area back here in the corner. Or, no, I think it's this room right here. Okay, chief's office. What do I do? Chief's desk. Blah, blah, blah. What do I do with the medals? Oh, okay, I place them here. Am I supposed to place them in any particular order, or do they just go wherever? Of course, so now I probably got to figure out which order to place them in. Okay, so am I supposed to figure out like which one is like the most important to least important? Because there's a plus on this side and a minus on that side. So let's see. Circle, triangle, square, pentagon, star. Okay. So circle. Triangle. Circle, triangle, square, pentagon, star. Yeah, okay, there we go. That did it. Okay, now I got bullets. Whoop-de-doo. Why were the bullets hidden behind a door? Hidden behind like some secret passageway? Seems like a very inefficient place to store your bullets. Alright, so now I should be able to go downstairs and out that door that keeps telling me I need to visit that scum before I leave? Right? No. Alright, so where is the scum I'm supposed to visit? Is he downstairs? In the holding cell or whatever? It's this way. I mean, I went down into the holding cell area and there was nobody there, so I don't really get... Oh, wait, maybe I'm supposed to go in here? Yeah, okay.
Good morning. You look worse. I don't think you're in there anymore. But I hope you are. Again?
What the fuck?
Again,
Okay.
tomorrow.
Who even is this Carlos guy? So I just again I know I've said this before. I do not understand the plot of this game. It so far it has left me with more questions than answers, and I really hope this isn't going to turn out to be one of those things where you sit through the plot, you watch it all, and then by the end of it, still nothing makes any sense. Like there's no resolution. It was just a bunch of random events that were strung together with basically no real rhyme or reason or purpose. Because that shit drives me crazy. I cannot stand that when somebody writes a story and then the story just has absolutely no resolution by the end. You're just left with more questions than you are answers. I can't stand that. To me, that just seems like lazy writing. But anyway, I'm probably just going to end this video here because this seems like a good stopping point for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, sorry about all the random cuts and, whatever, but hey, whatever. I'm doing my best here. I'll see you on my next video. Stay awesome, Gamer Fam. Bye.